There's a Harbor Freight tool sitting on a $12.99 shelf right now that a retired Ranger will grab before he even thinks about food, water, or ammo. And 9 out of 10 civilians will walk right past it 3 aisles over reaching for the wrong thing. I'll tell you what it is in about 6 minutes. Because here's what nobody in the prepper world wants to admit: most of the guys stockpiling $800 tactical kits from Amazon are going to be completely useless in the first hour of a real blackout. And the guys who spent $73 at a Harbor Freight on a Tuesday afternoon, they're going to be the ones running the neighborhood by sunrise. Stay with me, because I'm about to walk you through 7 specific tools with exact aisle locations, exact prices, and the exact reason former Rangers I've talked to grab these before anything else. And number 3 on this list? You probably already own it. You've just been using it completely wrong your entire life. But the one that shocked me most, number 1, costs less than a tank of gas, fits in a glove box, and a former 75th Ranger Regiment sergeant told me flat out, if I had 60 minutes and $20, this is what I'd buy. Everything else is negotiable. I'll get to that. Not yet. Let that sink in for a second. 60 minutes. That's the window. That's what these guys train for. Not 72 hours. Not a week. The first 60 minutes after the lights go out, because that's when the shelves empty. That's when the roads jam. And that's when the difference between the prepared and the panicked gets decided. If you miss this window, you're the guy standing in a parking lot at 3 a.m. with a credit card that doesn't work and a smartphone that's already a paperweight. Your $400 bug-out bag is sitting in the closet at home. And Harbor Freight, the store you drove past 100 times and never walked into, is already picked clean by the guys who knew better. So here's the deal. I'm counting down from 7 to 1. Number 7 is useful. Number 4 will save your life. Number 1, most civilians don't even know it exists as a survival tool. And somewhere in the middle, I'm going to tell you the story of a Green Beret medic who broke down his own personal Harbor Freight blackout list on a phone call with me last spring, and the item he named first is not the item you'd expect. Let's move. Number 7, the Pittsburgh 3-ton steel heavy-duty floor jack. $89.99. Aisle 6, sometimes 7 depending on the store. You're thinking a floor jack? In a blackout? Sounds like garage gear. Sounds like something you use on a Saturday afternoon changing brake pads. That's exactly why civilians walk past it. Here's what a former Army Ranger explained to me over coffee about 2 months ago. Guy did 3 tours, 1 in Iraq, 2 in Afghanistan. He said the first thing that fails in any real crisis isn't the power grid, it's mobility. Cars pile up, debris blocks roads, a downed tree, a collapsed carport, a fender bender at an intersection where the lights are dead. And suddenly the escape route you planned out on Google Maps is worthless. A 3-ton floor jack lifts a small sedan clean off the pavement. It moves fallen beams. It pries open jammed garage doors when the electric opener is dead. He told me, and I quote, "In Mosul, we used civilian jacks more than we used breaching charges. Because the charges make noise, and the jacks don't." $89. That's the price of a decent dinner for 2. And it's the difference between getting out of your neighborhood and being trapped in it. Wait until you see number 4, though, because it's the one most people get completely wrong, and it's probably sitting in your garage right now doing nothing. Number 6, the Bauer 20V cordless reciprocating saw. $59.99 with the battery bundle. Power tools aisle, back wall. Now, before you tell me a reciprocating saw needs electricity stop, it doesn't. It needs a charged battery. And here's the piece nobody talks about. The Bauer 20V batteries are cross-compatible with a full line of Harbor Freight tools. One charged battery. 6 different tools. That's the play. A retired Marine combat engineer I spoke with, guy spent 22 years in, told me this. In an urban breakdown, the tool that gets you through a door, through a fence, through a burning car, that's the tool that saves lives, and nobody's carrying a chainsaw in a bug-out bag. $60. Cuts through PVC pipe, drywall, sheet metal, chain link fence, small tree limbs, and I'll say this, carefully locked interior doors when someone's trapped on the other side. And here's the part that'll shock you. He said in the first hour of any real blackout, the #1 call for help isn't looting. It isn't fires. It's people trapped in elevators, cars, and basements. A reciprocating saw with a charged battery pulls people out. A $400 tactical knife doesn't. Remember, when the grid drops, you have less than 6 hours before every hardware store within 40 miles is stripped bare. 6 hours. That's your Amazon Prime shipping window gone. That's the entire prepper e-commerce industry offline. What you own at hour 0 is what you own for the next month. Stay with me. Because number 5 is where this list starts to separate the guys who've actually thought about this from the guys who just watch videos about it. Number 5. The Braun 1200 Lumen Rechargeable Headlamp. 19.99 cents. Register aisle, impulse buy rack. $20. 1200 lumens, USB rechargeable, and every single Green Beret I've ever spoken to about this, every one owns at least 2. Here's why. A flashlight is a one-handed tool. A headlamp is a zero-handed tool. And in the first hour of a blackout, you need both of your hands. For your kids, for your rifle, for lifting debris, for driving with a smashed dashboard light. A former 5th Special Forces Group medic, I'll call him Danny, that's not his real name, told me on a phone call in April that the single most used item in his personal go bag isn't a tourniquet, isn't a med kit, isn't a knife. It's a rechargeable headlamp. Because he said, and I'm quoting him verbatim, "You can't treat a wound in the dark. You can't read a map in the dark. You can't drive at night with a broken headlight in the dark. Every problem in a blackout is a lighting problem first, and everything else second." $20. Impulse rack. Right by the checkout. The guys who know, grab 3. The guys who don't, grab 1 and think they're set. And speaking of what's coming next, I told you number 3 is something you already own but have been using completely wrong. That's coming up in about 90 seconds. But first, we need to talk about number 4. Because number 4 is the one most preppers get catastrophically wrong. Number 4. The Warrior 8-inch bolt cutters. $14.99. Hand tools aisle, mid-shelf. $15. And I'm going to sound backwards for a second, stay with me. Most preppers think bolt cutters are for breaking into places. That's the Hollywood version. That's the movie logic. Wrong frame entirely. A retired Ranger different guy, this one served with the 2nd Battalion, told me the real use case, and it changed how I look at this tool completely. He said in a genuine collapse scenario, bolt cutters aren't for getting into places. They're for getting out. Chain link fences around properties. Padlocks on utility gates you legally own but lost the key to years ago. The bike lock on your neighbor's storage shed when he's trapped inside and yelling. The chain on a roll-down security door at a pharmacy where your wife needs her insulin and the pharmacist evacuated 3 hours ago. $15. And here's the shocker, 9 out of 10 preppers I've talked to have a $200 tactical tomahawk in their bag and no bolt cutters. Which is like showing up to a gunfight with a sword. The tomahawk looks cool on Instagram. The bolt cutters actually work, let that sink in. And here's a rehook, because I promised you the payoff at number 1, and I meant it. Number 1 is the tool that former Ranger Sergeant told me he'd buy first. $20. Fits in a glove box. And he said if a civilian bought only this and nothing else off this list, they'd still be better prepared than 95% of the country. I'll get to it. Now number 3, the one you already own. Number 3, the Pittsburgh 32-ounce ball pein hammer, $9.99. Hand tools aisle, second row. You have a hammer. Everyone has a hammer. And you've been using it wrong your entire adult life if you own the wrong kind. Here's what almost every civilian owns: a claw hammer. 16 ounces, made for driving nails and pulling them out. It's a construction tool. That's it. Here's what former Rangers, Marines, and combat engineers actually keep in their vehicles: a 32-ounce ball pein hammer. It's twice the weight. It has a rounded striking head instead of a claw, and it does something a claw hammer physically cannot do. A former Special Forces engineer explained it to me like this: in an urban blackout, glass becomes your enemy. Car windows, storefronts, second-story windows when you're trying to signal for help. A claw hammer bounces off tempered auto glass. A 32-ounce ball pein shatters it on the first strike. Same reason cops carry them. Same reason firefighters carry them. And it doubles, as I'm not making this up, a self-defense weapon that is 100% legal to carry in every state in America. No permit. No background check. No paperwork. $10. And you have a tool that breaks glass, sets tent stakes, drives fence posts, and lives in your center console legally. $9.99. You already own the wrong version. The right version is on aisle 3. A former Marine Scout sniper I interviewed last fall said something I've never forgotten. He said, the guys who survive aren't the ones with the most expensive gear. They're the ones with the most correct gear. Let that land for a second. And here we go. 2 left. Number 2 is going to make you angry because you'll realize you walked past it 50 times and never once picked it up. Number 2, the Chicago Electric 4,000-watt portable generator, $329.99 on sale, usually $399. Back of the store, seasonal section. Now I know what you're thinking. That's not a first 60 minutes purchase, that's a big-ticket item. And you're wrong, and here's why. A retired Green Beret. This is the same Danny I mentioned earlier. The medic told me the biggest mistake civilians make in the first hour of a blackout isn't a gear mistake. It's a decision mistake. They freeze. They wait 12 hours to see if the power comes back. And by hour 13, the generators are gone. Every last one. Nationwide, he said, in every major blackout event in the last 20 years, the 2003 Northeast blackout, Hurricane Sandy, the 2021 Texas freeze generators sold out within 4 to 6 hours of the event starting. Not 4 days, 4 hours. $330. Runs a refrigerator, a chest freezer, a CPAP machine, 3 LED lights, and a phone charger for about 11 hours on a single tank. In a Texas freeze scenario, that's the difference between a family staying home and a family driving 200 miles to a shelter. And here's the piece that seals it. Harbor Freight is one of the only major retailers that doesn't jack the price during a crisis. Home Depot, Lowe's, they hold prices too, but they run out first. Harbor Freight's supply chain is different. Their generators are usually the last ones on the shelf. $329.99. Back of the store. Seasonal aisle. The prepper equivalent of finding a $20 bill on the sidewalk, except most people literally walk past it every time. Which brings us to number 1, the one I've been holding back, the one that former Ranger Sergeant said he'd buy first if he only had $20 and 1 hour. You ready? Number 1. The Sentech 7-function digital multimeter, $6.99, sometimes on sale for $4.99. Electrical aisle, bottom shelf, $7. $7, and I know exactly what you're thinking. A multimeter? That's an electrician's tool. That's a garage tool. That's not survival gear. That's exactly what he said the average civilian thinks. And that's exactly why he said this is the #1 purchase. Here's the reason. In the first 60 minutes of a blackout, the single most important question you need to answer is this local or is this everything? Because that answer determines every single decision you make for the next 72 hours. If it's local, your house only, your block only, you hunker down and wait. If it's regional, the whole grid is down, you execute a completely different plan. Different route, different timeline, different resources. Your phone won't tell you. The radio might not work. Your neighbors are guessing. But a $7 Centec multimeter, touched to the terminals of any car battery in your neighborhood, tells you whether the battery is being drained by an EMP event, a substation failure, or just a local transformer. It tells you if your solar panels are still producing. It tells you if the generator you're about to buy at Harbor Freight actually works before you drive home with it. It tells you if the backup batteries in your emergency radio have any life left. The former Ranger sergeant said it best. Every other tool on this list is a hammer looking for a nail. The multimeter is the tool that tells you which nail to hit first. $7. Bottom shelf. Electrical aisle. And every single person in your neighborhood will walk past it to grab flashlights and batteries and never once realize that the multimeter is the tool that makes every other tool make sense. That's your payoff. That's the one I promised you at the start. But here's the bonus, because I told you there's always one more thing nobody talks about. Everything I just listed, 7 items, total cost if you buy every single one, $551. That's less than one AR-15 lower receiver. That's less than a decent night vision monocular. That's less than most preppers spend on freeze-dried food in a single Costco run. $551 gets you a mobility tool, a breaching tool, a lighting tool, an access tool, a striking tool, a power tool, and a diagnostic tool. That's a complete first-hour blackout kit. And every single item is stocked at every single Harbor Freight in America. Right now, today, the guys who know the retired Rangers, the former Green Berets, the Marine engineers, the Navy corpsmen, they don't shop at Ray. They don't shop at 5.11 Tactical. They shop at Harbor Freight on a Tuesday afternoon when the store is empty. And they build their kits for 1/5 the price of what the tactical influencer crowd is selling on Instagram. You now know what they know. The question is whether you drive past your local Harbor Freight this week or whether you walk in with a list. In my next video, I'm breaking down the 6 specific items former Special Forces guys are pulling out of Walmart in the first 30 minutes of a crisis, and number 2 on that list is something you can literally buy in the checkout aisle for under $3, and it does something that a $200 water filter can't do. Most Americans have never even considered it. I'll see you there.